Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I have a couple of stories to share with you in this very latest Moon Lambo Hot Jam, including this one from You Today, titled On-Chain Data Indicates XRP Price is Suppressed and Has Room to Grow. And indeed, XRP price, according to a respected firm, they're indicating that XRP indeed is oversold and suppressed. And this is highly relevant because, well, in particular, if you're concerned about directionally where XRP is likely to go, when an asset, whatever the asset is, when it's technically oversold, usually an indicator that things are going to be turning around in the not-too-distant future. And so I'll be talking about that. Also, I've got this headline from Crypto Newsflash. Ripple investor SBI and SIX announced joint venture for Liquidity Hub. And so this is piggybacking off a story from, I guess it was probably about a month ago, which I'll bring up a little bit later in the video. But Ripple continues to just create brain explode scenarios. The way that they are completely reworking the plumbing of the global financial system is astonishing, and XRP is still at the core of their business model. So I want to talk about this for sure. But I do want to be clear also that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And it turns out that at the moment I'm recording this, XRP is actually not looking too bad relative to the rest of the market and even other large cap coins. It's actually up, 5.3% over the last 24 hours at 87 cents. Bitcoin's down 0.18% over the same time period. So don't mind seeing that. But it's just so funny how tethered the market is because Bitcoin is the reason that XRP had the crash that it had several days or so ago. It's just amazing how people continue to treat this asset class after about 12 years of existence, because it's just not clear, by and large to most people anyway, which cryptocurrencies are going to be here for the long haul and which deserve to be here. Which is why you'll see as I go through this video, the more I see unfold surrounding the XRP ecosystem, the more I'm like, yep, looks like it's cemented. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But take a look at this article first from You Today. On-chain data indicates XRP price is suppressed and has room to grow. On-chain data firm Sentiment suggests that XRP remains suppressed at its present price and, therefore, has the potential to grow. Recent volatility in the crypto market caused short-term price extremes, pushing the XRP price to the brink of the low of 57 cents. And so I'm not sure where that was. The lowest I saw for that 24-hour period was 69 cents. Now, somebody else, I did see, this is unverified by me, but somebody in my, I can't remember if it was the comment section of one of my YouTube videos or on Twitter, somebody wrote that XRP actually wicked down to 60 cents. So, yeah, I mean, if there's a platform out there somewhere where it went to 57 cents very briefly, I'll buy it. Wicks can be very intense and very brief in crypto. But anyway, in terms of on-chain analytics, Sentiment's strong and oversold indicates that XRP is showing signs of having an undervalued price in comparison to its fundamentals. XRP was marginally up at 83 cents as of press time. Yeah, well, ain't that the truth? That's why I keep saying, like, almost everyone participating in this asset class, like, oh, fine, look, I'll give kudos where due. Congrats to everybody, whether you're pro or anti-XRP or whatever, just for being involved in crypto when most of the world isn't. But most participants in the space have no earthly idea of the way in which XRP is functionally being used and positioned successfully globally, reworking it's incredible. And so like I know, and you know, or maybe you're brand new to crypto and you're still learning. So like we get it and we understand the fundamentals, but others don't. So yes, in terms of even short-term undervaluation, sure, but even big picture, XRP is one of the only cryptocurrencies functionally doing anything, and it's used in enterprise-grade software. Anyway, piece continues. When the price of an asset has decreased abruptly and to a level below where its true value resides, it is said to be oversold. This usually happens as a result of overreaction in the market or panic selling. Assets that have witnessed large decreases over a short period are often considered to be oversold in this instance. which leads to like a broader question, because it's still truly early days in crypto. And I don't know if it feels like that to you or not, especially if you're new to crypto. You're probably like, oh man, I'm late to the party. I wish I had been here sooner. No. You're early to the party. In fact, even after 12 years of the asset class existing, I will insist that you are so early to the party that it's very rude of you to show up this early. The host is not going to be pleased. They're still getting set up, dusting rooms that their guests may be in. How rude of you to show up this early. And that's why this question is so interesting to me. The idea of, if you fast forward a decade, which cryptocurrency is going to be number one in terms of market cap? Will Bitcoin still be adopted in any sort of meaningful way? Or is it just going to be some sort of relic? And I don't have the answer to that. And not that I even want it to go away. I'm not saying that. And I'm definitely not saying that either. I own Bitcoin. I'm still long Bitcoin at this point, but I still have had this question ever since entering the space. In a world where utility sufficiently matters, which is a world, by the way, that Bitcoin has not been tested in, is Bitcoin going to persist? Or is it somehow actually going to end up in a situation, thanks to layer 2 or layer 3 technology, that provides sufficient utility, and then maybe it doesn't matter? Is that going to happen? Or even if not, even if there is never any additional utility with Bitcoin, is it just going to be a store of value forever purely because it was the first cryptocurrency? It's an interesting question. And so Mr. Whale here on Twitter shared the following with his 389,000 followers on Twitter. And he wrote this. And there's a list on the screen if you want to take a look at this. But he wrote, Bitcoiners claim their cryptocurrency is the best because it was the first one invented. But don't forget, Google was the 21st search engine to enter the market in 1998. The first to enter the market rarely wins. It is usually the best that wins. Is Bitcoin really the best? Well, it depends on what you mean by best, but I would say no. I mean, if you're talking technologically, clearly Bitcoin is the least sophisticated and worst cryptocurrency in existence, right? If you're just talking from a technological perspective, in terms of adoption, then it's the greatest. Just in terms, now I say adoption, there's store of value and there's just a bunch of trading of it, right? So it depends on what you mean by that. But then you can start to look at other cryptocurrencies that are gaining adoption and actually solving real world problems. And you just got to kind of wonder at some point, is Bitcoin going to be dethroned? And would it be by something like XRP? If so, I don't know for sure how humans are going to continue to value these things. And it's so early on. Every cryptocurrency is just by and large being treated the same. How can you tell? It's very difficult. But look at these search engines dating back to, on this list anyway, from 1993 through 1999. Look at some of these. I haven't heard of a bunch of these. W3 Catalog, apparently the first. AliWeb, Jump Station. Some of these I'd heard of, like Alta Vista, Lycos. I remember some of these. Ask Jeeves. Freaking Ask Jeeves. I remember commercials for that thing, man. Oh, God, Ask Jeeves. Like, who really wants to Google something when you could ask Jeeves? I don't know. I'm just posing the question here. And so, I look at this and I understand he's got a good point. A lot of times the first technology isn't the best and it doesn't end up having long-term viability. Well, what about this? I'm going to get into the story from today in just a second about the real-world adoption of this, but I want to make sure you guys know what this is in case you missed the story. This is a piece from November 9th, 2021. This is Ripple's blog series titled Ripple Insights, and the specific piece is titled Ripple Liquidity Hub for the Enterprise. And I want to highlight just a select portion of this. And as I go through this, I'll tell you this even before reading it, I think that what's at the heart of this is still a focus on XRP. So look, Ripple's Liquidity Hub, it's designed to offer financial institutions the ability to offer their customers access to buying and selling cryptocurrencies. And so these firms will even be able to custody these assets on behalf of their customers. I think an important aim is to increase XRP liquidity by increasing adoption of the entire cryptocurrency asset class. So it's not an XRP only position that Ripple's taking here. No. It's very clear. They're trying to expand the entire crypto pie because they understand that a bigger pie is great. Even if XRP were just a small percentage of it, a bigger pie means more XRP adoption and presumably a price appreciation along with that. And Ripple has the most to lose when it comes to XRP because they're the largest holder of XRP. And so I wanted to cover just a small portion of this. Today, we revealed plans for Ripple Liquidity Hub, a groundbreaking new way for enterprises to easily and efficiently source digital assets from the broader crypto market. As a crypto liquidity platform built for the enterprise, it will unleash the potential to access deep liquidity within markets, accelerating the shift to crypto. Designed as a turnkey solution for financial institutions, Ripple Liquidity Hub will leverage smart order routing to source digital assets at optimized prices from market makers, exchanges, and over-the-counter desks. Enterprises will use Ripple Liquidity Hub to easily and seamlessly provide their end customers with the ability to buy, sell, and hold digital assets at the best possible prices across a range of venues. Ripple Liquidity Hub will uniquely solve for the specific pain points of enterprise customers, avoiding long and resource-heavy integrations through a streamlined API and, unlike most other offerings, eliminating pre-funding requirements in order to free up working capital. How about that? And while the XRP ledger and XRP are and will remain a native part of our tech stack, we at Ripple believe that achieving interoperability is key to unlocking crypto's true potential. The ability to interoperate across networks will break down barriers to entry and enable greater competition and inclusion. Because of this, Ripple Liquidity Hub will initially support Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, and XRP. Availability will vary by geography, with plans to add additional digital assets over time. In the future, Ripple plans to add functionality such as staking and yield-generating functionalities. Now listen to this last part, though, and this is the reason I wanted to go through all that, to have the table properly set. RippleNet General Manager Ashish Burla explained that we have been successfully using the same crypto sourcing technology to support Ripple's on-demand liquidity product for nearly 2 years. Now, in response to customer demand, Ripple is making this proven resource available as a customer-facing product for 2022 and beyond. So there you go. On-demand liquidity, which of course requires the usage of XRP as a bridge currency. And so they're just trying to expand and get a bigger pie, and they're finding success, which leads us to the story today. Here's the headline from Crypto News Flash. Ripple investor SBI and SIX announced joint venture for Liquidity Hub. And this is going to be powered by R3 and Ripple technology. Ripple investor SBI, through its subsidiary SBI Digital Asset Holdings, Inc., and SIX Digital Exchange, announced today that they have formed a joint venture to issue, trade, and store digital assets for institutional investors in Singapore. The plan, which is subject to approval by the Monetary Authority of Singapore, provides for the formalization of operations in Singapore next year, with the goal of launching active offerings no later than 2022, the official press release said. And so that's why, go back to what I started this video with. XRP price currently sitting at a level that is suppressed, and XRP is oversold. And we're so early that utility doesn't even matter yet. But if you pay attention to what's happening behind the scenes, what's happening here, what I'm reporting on, this matters. This is real world adoption. And so the deal is, and this my investment thesis is quite simply that utility matters and will win the day. Maybe not anytime soon. It's taken a long time for the global crypto markets to work all of this out and figure out what's useful. But the deal is, humans are trying to figure out what's going to have long-term viability and solve problems. That's where the money goes, okay? So I get right now, yeah, it's like, did I buy a crypto that will be worth more? Well, I mean, it's a crypto, so the answer is yes. If we're going to have a euphoric blow-off top, then yes. If it's an altcoin, it's going, the market moves in tandem. But the bigger picture beyond that, what's going to go up? Those cryptocurrencies that are solving problems. That's the money flows to where there is value. Because understand, price is different than value. When we say price, we're just talking about the open market price of an asset at any given moment of time. When we're talking about value, we're talking about what is the problem being solved. If there's a value to something, to an asset like XRP, money flows in, price goes up. That's the investment thesis for me, at least. That's what I'm anticipating. So just to see all this happening behind the scenes, And then to see that Bitcoin still does nothing, like, I just have questions. I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to go away. I don't want it to go away. I'm just wondering what's going to happen. And so to all the people, given that it's so early on, that the Bitcoin maxis that insist it's here forever, I'm like, well, maybe it's going to be here forever, but I think you're a little overconfident at this point. It's not clear because we're not operating in a world where investors sufficiently value actual problem-solving ability from cryptos. They say they don't value utility, which is crazy to me. So given that's the case, how would you possibly be so confident? I get it. Bitcoin's been tested in all sorts of environments. I get it. It's been heavily tested, and it's very secure. I think you can reasonably make that argument. Right? But even so, it hasn't been tested in a future world where utility matters. So I think people are getting ahead of themselves. But that's one of the reasons why I look at XRP being adopted for multiple use cases I've been talking about on this channel for years now. And there's not a sufficient number of people recognizing this. So you are, if you're here listening to this, but most people aren't. So what do you think is going to happen in the coming decades if this persists? And look, I acknowledge it's an if. But if XRP continues to be adopted, what do you think that's going to mean for price action? Because there's barely any money in it right now. And hell, even a few years back, it ran up to almost $4 with almost no humans participating. Where do you think the price is going to go? I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.